This is an opinion column. Much has been written recently about the tension in Mountain Brook schools around anti-bias training conducted by the Anti-Defamation League. I've read the news coverage, the group letters signed by individuals on both sides of this debate, and I've spoken to several friends who have children in Mountain Brook schools to gauge their concerns. I've known most of them for decades and have watched them live as people who demonstrate kindness and fairness to others. They want their children to do the same. These people, in my experience, are not bigots. But parents became curious about the content of the training Mountain Brook teachers were undergoing, understanding that people have wildly divergent views of what constitutes tolerance and inclusion in these politically polarized times. When they asked to review the curriculum used for the teacher training, they were refused. When our tax dollars keep a school's doors open and our children are subject to the philosophies and values espoused by administration, faculty, and third parties brought in for special purposes such as these, there should be nothing off limits for parental review. These children belong to their parents, not the state, not the local school board, and not the ADL. The idea that active engagement in your own child's academic, cultural, and spiritual formation is somehow meddlesome is ridiculous. There may have been a time when the social contract in American communities was so widely agreed upon that parents had the luxury of being asleep at the wheel. Previous generations assumed we were all working from a shared set of values and that everything would turn out just fine. Now, we're not even working from a shared set of facts, let alone values. That the ADL didn't jump at the chance to let parents have a look at all the great and definitely not controversial content they were pumping into MBS is a red flag. Ultimately, the school board decided that using the ADL to accomplish the task at hand was more divisive than helpful and terminated the contract to seek another method of anti-bias training. ADL representative Allison Padilla-Goodman responded by impugning the motives and character of Mountain Brook parents. She set up a false dichotomy by suggesting that people who don't fully approve of the ADL's particular cultural and political worldview are hateful. I feel like they've made the decision to kind of live with the hate in their district and to not do anything about it. Do it her way, or you're just a bigot. So what are the concerns of these conservative parents? The ADL has moved well beyond simply advocating for tolerance and fairness in the public square in recent years. Like many entities on the left, they have raised the stakes. They define an ever-growing number of groups as vulnerable to hate and discrimination, and they prescribe more rigidly what fairness and tolerance must look like. Now we are told that equality is not enough.